If you're joining us now, this is SEGAbits Plays. I'm Barry. With me is George.
Hello.
And we are going to be playing some Smilebit games because that is our developer of choice for this month. We've been writing about them all month long, so you can hit the website and see all the articles there. We might be referring to some of them as we play. And I'm trying to think what else. I guess that's it. So let's dive in here. The first game we are going to be playing is Gunvalkyrie, which is a little gem of a game. Let me get. I have my Xbox here, but all right, there we go. Let's switch over.
It's an Xbox. It's exclusive, right?
Exclusive to the Xbox, not released to PC. Not released. Well, the funny thing is, and I wrote about this on the retrospective on the site, is that it actually, the reason why Smilebit chose Microsoft was for a few reasons. They said one was that Microsoft was the first third-party developer to approach them, or not third-party, console owner to approach them. And the other reason was they used Windows CE, I guess, to initially develop the game for Dreamcast. So when it came time to work with Microsoft, they were like, this is the perfect transition. And before they announced the game for Xbox, they did a lot of tech demos for audiences, talking about I can't remember, something for some PC. In any case, they never really mentioned Microsoft Xbox, so people kept thinking, oh, it's this upcoming PC game from Smilebit, but then it ended up being that the alpha footage they were showing and the beta footage was an enhanced version of the Dreamcast. So
yeah, that's what I heard. That it didn't start on the Dreamcast. Yeah, I heard that's why the controls are kind of strange.
Yeah, the controls for the game are interesting because if you look at the Dreamcast pad, there isn't a second stick, and I personally don't knock the Dreamcast for that. I think they've found ingenious ways around it. But Smilebit's plan was to have the player hold a controller in their left hand and a light gun in their right hand, and then they would aim the light gun at the screen to look around and then pull the trigger to shoot. So it's like a controller in one hand, light gun in the other, which is pretty interesting, but I don't know, how do you think that would have played out?
I don't think it would have played out very well. I mean, you're going to have, first of all, the people are going to have a light gun.
Yeah.
And then buy the game, which I don't even think the game sold that well, I'm assuming, on the Xbox.
I guessed it. I mean, I didn't find any sales figures, but when you consider that, Jet Set Radio Future probably didn't do exceptionally well, then I can only imagine Gunvalkyrie did not do nearly as well.
Especially considering, I know a lot of people that like Jet Set Radio Future, but a lot of people like it because they bought an Xbox and it was the pack-in title.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I did. I owned a Sega GT, and in fact that's the disc I'm going to be playing today. Even though I do own the Jet Set Radio Future standalone disc, which is funny. It's really expensive, but the combo is like 99 cents everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know how many printed versions of the actual just Jet Set Radio Future were made compared to the combo pack.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Gunvalkyrie with the development, they shifted it to the Xbox, and they did away with the whole light gun control, even though there was a light gun for the Xbox. And what they did was they shifted to the right analog stick, which I think's a lot better idea, because it's kind of cocky to be like, hey, we've got this game and you need to own a light gun, but it's not a light gun game,
It would have been decent to have an option, I guess.
Yeah.
The art style is also different. I wonder if how big was Smilebit at the time, considering they did a lot of sports games, right?
Smilebit, I think during a Jet Set Radio interview, they said 25 people were on their team.
So it's kind of crazy how many games they made in the short amount of their existence.
Yeah, it is pretty wild because, like you said, they made a lot of games. In the US, theirs was, Jet Set Radio Future, this one. But, yeah, in Japan, they made a shit ton of baseball games, soccer games, horse racing games, just about everything except for gridiron football. And we're actually going to sneak in a little bit of their baseball game later on.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
is it licensed?
It is. I think it is, but they're all Japanese teams. So there's the Hawks, the Lions, Blue Wave, Marines. fighters, the buffaloes.
Hmm.
So,
I never watched Japanese baseball. I don't know.
let's see here. Picking the game. I guess I'm gonna go with an in-progress game.
Who are you playing as, Kelly?
I prefer her.
She is the star of the game, technically. I mean, she's the cover.
The cover girl.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. You know, you think of Jet Set Radio Future and Panzer Dragoon Saga, which shared a lot of Smilebit staff, and they really kind of redefined how you can select worlds and, you know, move throughout the game. But Gunvalkyrie, it's really simplistic. It's like just choose from the menu, you know.
Yeah.
I kind of.
I was gonna say, yeah, Gunvalkyrie is basically one of those franchises, I guess, that was ignored. I mean, Jet Set Radio gets attention still, and that's about it, I think. I mean, Panzer Dragoon also is kind of no, not really. They still haven't been transformed, but yeah, Gunvalkyrie is kind of forgotten, I guess. Do you think the game would have done better on a different platform, or you think it was destined to be one of those games that not a lot of people really would have bought?
It could have done marginally better on the PS2, I think, but it wouldn't have looked nearly as good.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think Smilebit did some of the nicest looking. Well, Panzer Dragoon Orta, I think, was one of the best looking Xbox games. Did you know that the developers called the game Elec Punk?
Oh yeah, the style.
Yeah, it's funny. That seems like something that they were like really into doing. Smilebit, trying to like name things and trying to change everything, like cell shading. Didn't they come up with that phrase,
Yeah,
or was that already?
I think they coined the phrase cell shading. This is. I'm just getting used to the controls again.
Uh-oh. Can you believe that IGN gave this game a 9 out of 10?
That's pretty nice of them.
Considering that I always think they kind of shit on games for no reason sometimes.
What's weird about this game is you have to check the map constantly because there's a lot of enemies who don't actually attack you. They just kind of sit idle, and then you get far in the stage, and then you're like, oh, that guy's hanging out up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one of the things I didn't like about the game when I first bought it. Honestly, when I first bought it, I thought it was gonna be like I don't know, story driven maybe, or I don't know, like different. It's a very strange game, I think. Unique.
I'll admit I never completed it when I bought it.
I don't even have an Xbox anymore. I wish I had one. I kind of want to play that game again.
Yeah, my Xbox is pretty busted. It doesn't. The disk drawer's kind of broken, and the power is pretty crappy. It doesn't power on and off, so I need to plug it in to use it.
I was thinking about buying one on eBay or something. They're not going for that much. They're pretty cheap, but those things are huge.
Another thing is you can get stuck pretty easily in this game. Hey, look, the Enter Beam.
Oh man,
You see that?
Sonic Boom reference. Or Sonic Synergy, or whatever it's called.
Sonic Synergy, yeah.
What do you think is I mean, obviously you like Jet Set Radio, but Sega did a lot of like exclusive games. I mean, outside of Jet Set Radio Future, which that one's an easy. Which one is your favorite? You think the Xbox? Huh?
Jet Set Radio Future for sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of everybody would agree with that. They did did they ever I'm trying to think if they ever finished their 11 game deal they did with them, but I know they did Sega GT, Gunvalkyrie, Toe Jam and Earl 3, Orta, Jet Set Radio Future. It's 5. Probably didn't even finish the freaking deal.
Yeah.
I think it was invalid after Sammy bought them out.
Okay, we have, I'm gonna butcher it. Draken, I believe, is in the chat.
Oh, hello. He's like, yeah, you butchered it.
Now, someone's saying they can't hear Mackie, though I don't know who Mackie is, so I don't know.
Oh no, Mackie, that's you.
That's me. See, this is one of the enemies where they just kind of hang on the wall. You have to check the map to find them.
What do you think about the soundtrack? That's like, if you look up the game, that's like probably the #1 thing you'll see is the composers on the soundtrack.
Isn't it like drum and bass, electric?
I don't even remember the thing. I think it's who I'm trying to remember what the other guy they did the game. Let me look it up real quick. Oh, one of the guys did Golden Axe, Sonic 3. Sonic and Knuckles, Skies of Arcadia, that kind of stuff. I think some people play those games.
I've never played a Sonic game.
I don't even know. Are you excited for the 3D re-release of that?
Of Sonic 2?
Yeah.
I'm interested in it for sure. I want to know what changes they made because I know it's a completely different team, you know, from the iOS release.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty. I like how Streets of Rage 2 already came out in Japan.
Isn't that nice?
I already wanted to play it, but I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to do a month every month. I'll accept it.
So I'd assume I cleared this area, so now I can go elsewhere.
You can move on.
Hopefully. There we go, yeah. I like the feature where if you click the right thumbstick, you do a quick reversal. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a very. I guess they had. I remember when they added that in Resident Evil or whatever. I was like, this changes everything.
I died.
No.
Yes.
No.
Mission failed. Mission failed.
By the way, the ending of that game kind of lets it like open for a sequel, so you never know, man.
It's true.
This E3 announcement, Gunvalkyrie 2.
GV2.
More gun.
I'm not good with hordes, man. That's my weak spot.
Do you know that the guy that directed that game was also I guess game designer or senior game designer for Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3? Which, come on, that's like one game, right?
Yeah.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Now this isn't fair. This guy's got an electric beam right out there.
I looked up their the credit list on this game. 25 people worked on it, so it's pretty. I guess I don't know. At that time, would that be small or would that be decent amount?
Not bad.
I'm assuming that Sega had them like a factory. You know, like the artists probably worked on like 3 games at the same time. Out of Barry, out of the Dreamcast studios, who do you think was probably the most diverse developer?
Maybe
That's to be.
that's a tough one. Oh yeah,
That's true.
we covered them not too long ago. They did. Who am I thinking of? WoW Entertainment, maybe? Or
Yeah.
Sega WoW.
Yeah, they're pretty interesting. You just, now you didn't even mention this, but you did a Gunvalkyrie little retrospect thing going on the site.
Yeah, I wrote about it. Just,
I like the screenshot. I like the screenshot you used with all the babies.
Oh yeah.
Did you look up that specific screenshot, or did it just happen to fall your way?
I just found it. I was, well, because I was talking about how similar the storyline was to what am I thinking of? The storyline was similar to House of the Dead, and then you go at the end, like towards the end of the game, you find all these like Bacta tanks of babies.
You think they should have tied it into House of the Dead, or
That would have been weird.
that would have been weird? It's like cyberpunk version. But then again, Zombies Revenge was kind of a strange game too at the same time.
That's true. Oh, I think I missed an enemy. See, that's the annoying thing. Like, if there's an enemy that's just, like, kind of dormant or quiet, it's all the way over there.
Isn't she, like, wearing more clothes in the game than she's wearing on the box?
Yeah, I think
That's what
she has her armor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And on the box, she's like, time to take my pants off.
pretty much. It does remind me of Starship Troopers a lot.
Probably an influence for sure.
When did that come out?
Starship Troopers? I have no idea. It has to be the 90s, no?
I feel like it's a 2000.
97.
Really?
Yes.
I think that movie's out of its time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. So if I kill everything, then I can make my way back. Oh my god! Look how many. I mean, granted, it is a fun game, but it's kind of like, you know,
Like a chore?
a lot of it's defeat all the enemies. So if you don't find the controls fun, then you're not going to find the game to be fun. You know, it's not like Bayonetta where it has great controls and it also has a lot of, you know, variation and crazy surprises. Like, you're not going to be playing Gunvalkyrie and all of a sudden you're like riding a worm down a hill or something crazy like that. You know.
Oh, yeah, no. But I was gonna say, I was looking at your screenshots. Man, isn't it depressing that, like, every single screenshot from, like, the early 2000s has to have, like, some sort of, like, watermark on it?
Yeah, it pisses me off.
It's like, it's terrible. I remember when I was, the early days of SEGAbits, I would literally go in Photoshop and remove those things because I hated them so much.
And even if it's not even like IGN's watermark half the time. It's like Sega's watermark, Smilebit's watermark.
It's like, I'm so glad we're, like, over that whole, like, oh, we better put watermarks. It's probably because bandwidth was so, I remember, like, going into, like, sites and, like, you didn't have that many, like, free uploads for stuff, like, images. It was usually on a site that I've noticed, you know, during that time. So I can see why they would do that. They're, like, hosting it and paying the bills. Now everybody wants your data for free. What region is that red cover?
That's the Japanese cover.
Oh, that's a lot better. I like it better. Like, maybe it's because I don't have that version of the game.
Yeah, I like using other regions' covers just because I used to get a lot of flack for using American covers too much.
But it almost just like the Japanese cover has more color to it, and the other one has like the Man of Steel, like, oh, let's take all the colors out and make it look whatever that film look is.
Right.
But regardless, I mean, besides that, it's the same cover.
Look at this. I found a really cool mysterious door and I can't go in there.
Of course not.
Now there's something in here. I forgot what the pink circle is on that.
Yeah, I haven't played that game in a long time. I haven't had an Xbox in forever. Does that game even work on the 360?
Nope.
You're disappointed. I'm disappointed. Yeah, it does suck because, like, I wanted to really play it. I don't know why. I just really felt like playing it today. Now I can't. I have to order a damn Xbox. Jet Set Radio works, right?
Yep, Jet Set Radio works and Orta works, but Toe Jam Neural
How about-
does not work.
How about Shampoo 2?
Shampoo 2 does work.
Alright. If you were going to say we said it wrong, then that was on purpose. Anyway. I guess I could talk to Fuku-san. Oh yeah, he's not in 2.
Maybe that's why Shenmue didn't do so well, because they took Fuku Yakyuu-san, and they took who else? Did they
The best
take?
characters.
Goro,
And Tom.
Tom. That's
You
right.
can't just take your best characters out like that.
Well, I will say that Gunvalkyrie stages take a long time, so I likely won't be finishing this stage. You know.
The game only has like 10 levels, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's like you're gonna be playing. You're not gonna be playing it a lot, but you're gonna be playing it for a long time. If that makes sense. You're like probably
Yeah.
gonna have like 20 really long sessions with it.
Oh yeah. What the hell was that?
That was a dog.
Is that what they sound like?
Yeah.
I read about them in the history books, but I never
There's
or
dogs.
thought I'd hear one myself.
Yeah. So here's the enter beam weapon again. Let's see.
Oh yes.
What did you think about the enter beam? Not to like talk about Sonic. too much.
In the game?
Yeah, like they were talking about it a lot in the press. They're like, it's called the enter beam, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I've seen it in a dozen other games. You know, it's not.
Yeah. It was to me it felt like it was a gimmick because it didn't do anything that like interesting or anything new that you haven't seen in the game. Like they were using it for like grabbing and pulling stuff, and then they were using it for instead of skating on top of a rail, you would use the inner beam. That's just it's just like okay. It's like God of War making a big deal of how you open doors in the game. Oh, you tap the button. That's when you know a game's not good. When the only thing they have to show off is like the most basic controls.
Yeah, it was really strange because like the enter beam, like I said, it's in this game. It's an energy beam that you can use to get to other places, and you can use it to damage enemies. It's not that interesting or new of a concept.
No,
You know, the fact that you named it and you put it in a Sonic game, I guess those are the two aspects that make it unique.
but then again, it's like I don't know. Maybe I'm just like bitter, but like it just didn't seem like the best idea. Like they should have like shown off like look at this level or look at this feature or something. I don't know. I thought that the best idea of the game was when you fight the boss and it's like a rail shooter
Oh yeah.
in the ship. That was the best part. It was only like 5 minutes of the game.
I like this bit. You can do a really slow hover, and then if there's a bunch of enemies on the ground, you can take them all out.
Does that make you feel powerful?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna give this about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna jump into Jet Set Radio Future.
Oh man, time to get funky.
Because like I said, I love Gunvalkyrie, but it's not a very streaming friendly game because you're going to be exploring a lot, but it's not going to be all that interesting to people watching.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Like right now, I'm back where I was before. I'm looking at the map. There's a big pink circle in front of me, meaning I think that's like an enemy nest. But I can't find it. Like I don't see where it is. And also, like I said, the controls are a lot of fun, but if you're not the one playing, you don't really get why the person's still playing the game.
It's just one of those games.
Yeah. Oh, there we go!
Do you feel proud of yourself?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is the enemies are like brown-orange colored eggs on a brown-orange wall. So... And they stop respawning enemies after a certain point, so they're just sitting there. So why are they harming anyone?
Okay, are you surprised that that game got like a high ranking on like IGN?
No. I mean, it's a solid game.
But a 9, what were you rated on the berry scale?
I would say it's a solid 7.
You gave it a Sega fan gave it a lower score than IGN, which are called the Sega hating website.
Well, you know, like a 7, where it's like, this isn't for everyone, it's very hard.
I would say 7 is good. It's a good game.
It's a very positive 7. Like, I would give the Tenchu games 7, you know, but I love those games.
Hey, it's one of those, I have a few guilty pleasure games where, like, everybody's like, that sucks. And I'm like, I don't know, there's something about this game, I just like it.
You know what it does? Gunvalkyrie kind of scratches that Phantasy Star Online itch, where it's really big levels, lots of tunnels and caves, and the occasional really expansive, beautiful areas, and all the enemies are the same, but you don't really care because it's just so much fun to run around and shoot things.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of crazy if you think about it, how hard Microsoft pushed for Japanese development on their Xbox at the beginning of the cycle.
Yeah, remember, what's that battle tank game or whatever? Steel Battalion.
Uh-huh. I remember, and then they had like a lot of like kid games.
Yeah.
Like weird, like bright colored games, and then all of a sudden like Halo got really big, and they're like, oh fuck,
Like
that.
Remember Grab by Woolies?
Yeah, like they had a bunch of strange games that you wouldn't see, but like they all kind of failed, I guess, technically. It sucks because it was like it kind of felt like they were trying to be the Dreamcast number 2, you know, like trying to take the baton where they left off, but then it was like nobody cared. So they just went, you know, what makes the most money.
I'm actually doing not too bad.
I was meaning to ask you before. I know this is not related to the stream, but are you gonna collect the Worlds Unite?
Yeah,
Comics,
I
art?
already have them on pre-order.
Okay.
But hell no there's no way in hell that I'm collecting all the variant covers.
Oh yeah, dude, I don't do that ever. The thing is, I don't get a variant cover unless it's the same cover price as the regular cover, and I like the variant.
Yeah.
I'm not missing out. But yeah, I don't collect Sonic comics mostly because I have like I'm like OCD, like I want to collect everything. So then I'm like, no.
I thought you were going to be an asshole and say, I don't collect Sonic comics because I'm an adult.
No.
That would have been
I just don't. And it's very, very rare that I pick up something that's like a tie-in. Like Sonic's a video game, like, and then he has a comic. Very rare that I would do something like that. I don't know why. Then there's too many comics of Sonic.
There's 3 now.
Too much.
How many does Batman have?
A lot. Batman, Detective Comics, Arkham something, and then they have the Injustice where I guess he's in it. Do you count the side ones too, like Robin and Grayson and all that?
Yeah.
He has Robin, and then he has Batman and Robin, and then it's like Gotham Academy. There's a bunch, man. There's probably like 10. Probably more. There's also like Batgirl, Batwoman. It's pretty serious. I only pick up Batman, just regular Batman.
You can lift Batman?
Yes.
Alright, I'm actually almost done, but look at that. When you see the map, there's a room off to the right, to the west, where it's just like a bunch of yellow. So I'm assuming it's about like 30 spiders.
You already know.
Yeah. So what you do, it's kind of like Sonic Boom, where you use the energy, you go to that thing, and then you have a few seconds to aim for the next one. Oh.
I'm all looking online if there's a gun Valkyrie merchandise and stuff just to see if they ever did release anything.
No way.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, I haven't found anything, but we are like one of the first things that comes up with Gun Valkyrie search on Google, so that's cool. Like,
oh, there we go. I guess I lied. I might change the stage.
over my dead body. If I was there, I would just turn off the Xbox.
You just unplug it.
Yes.
I shouldn't have told you my Xbox is broken now.
Oh, I used to do that to. Oh man, this is a bad story. I used to always go to my friend's house after school, and I used to watch him play video games. And when he was like, let's say we were stuck in a part and we were like trying to like beat it for hours, if he beat it before me, I would unplug the video game system.
You're an asshole.
I am an asshole. I know, 100%. I know. I feel bad now. Like we were playing Castlevania 64. Don't even ask. That game sucked. And the platforming that was like nearly impossible, I would unplug it. They did it.
One annoying thing about this game is that the map doesn't show you the vertical. You know, like Jet Set Radio Future, you can move the map around and see if you're looking for things that are high above or down below. But this one, I can't see where these yellow dots are, outside of they're in the general vicinity. It's kind of annoying. I've got two more.
How's the loading times in the game?
Not bad. Not bad.
That's good. That's good.
I mean,
This doesn't really matter. You load the level and then you're in it for like 37 billion hours.
yeah, that's a good point. Man, you know, there's two guys in here, and I don't know where they are.
Like Gun Valkyrie is like one of those like weird games where you think the title is like very I guess aiming at a Western audience, but then when you look at the cover, it's like an anime girl.
Yeah.
So you're like, who are you? It's like a shooting game, and it looks kind of Westernish in the title, but then when you look at it, it's clearly a Japanese game.
It reminds me of Out Trigger. You know that game?
Oh yeah, I know that game. Yeah, I know that game. I think it's AM2 that made it. I'm trying to remember. I googled it and some other bullshit comes up. Oh yeah, yeah. That game was weird. It kind of reminded me of like the club that Sega did later on with the project, the guys that did those racing games. Bizarre creations.
There is one more enemy here.
You could feel it.
It's a stupid. It's like a spider there. Done.
That game's like Fantasy Zone 3D with an anime babe.
Yeah, pretty much. This is the biggest reinvention I've ever seen of a Fantasy Zone.
What happens if it's the same universe?
That'd be insane.
It's not, but yeah.
Alright, here we go. Last room. This is the room that's just like packed with something. I like standing just outside the room so they can't come in.
So you're just cheap, basically. You're cheap, you did.
Hey, it's not my fault.
It's exactly my excuse for everything. Like, if I'm playing Virtual Fighter and I'm playing somebody and I keep on doing the move and they can't block it, I'm just like, sorry, dude. That's the way it goes.
Man, there's 2 enemies on the ceiling who are just murdering me.
Don't allow it, dude.
I don't like it. Fuck, this is difficult now. They're like two of the strongest enemies at this point in the game are just on the ceiling, and I can't reach them unless I go in the room. But when I go in the room, they're gonna shoot me, and then I'm gonna die. Look at that.
Do it.
I cleared the whole map. Should I just do it?
Do it. Just get in there and kill him, dude. I know you can do it. You're gonna die, dude.
I know. I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't. The problem is it doesn't shoot when you're getting hit.
You should have dodged it.
Oh man.
You're embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed. Yeah. No!
You're like,
Die!
you're gonna be like, Barry's such a bitch.
I did it.
Congratulations.
I feel so good with myself.
So good about yourself?
See, and that's Gunvalkyrie.
And that's how you play it,
That's how you
right?
play it. I mean, I have a horrible grade right there, but like that was fun. Yeah, but look, it was a 25-minute stage. I mean,
What do you get? I didn't see.
I got a D.
Yeah.
That's
That's not passive. That's cool.
I've been playing this game a lot recently, but I forgot about the level up shop, so I haven't been leveling up my characters at all.
There you go.
Well, maybe a little bit, but not too much.
What game are you gonna play next?
I'm gonna choke.
And okay. Choke.
I just got excited.
Don't die.
I will. You get excited and you start choking?
Not usually.
One annoying thing about this game is you have to go into the loading screen to like look, save and load, even though you just completed a stage. I think Jet Set Radio does the same thing. Jet Set Radio Future.
They probably had like a little like pre-programmed thing they just like put together.
But yeah, Gunvalkyrie, it's a cool game. It has a very cool logo. The orca with the wings.
Oh yeah.
And it has a, I wouldn't say a unique story because it sounds like House of the Dead pretty much. Fun controls, definitely worth getting. I mean, it's what, like $5 to $15 for a complete game. That's crazy.
Because you know in 10 years it's going to be like $150 or some crap.
That's right. With GameStop.
GameStop's going to sell it.
All right, now we're going to pop in Jet Set Radio Future.
Oh, yes.
This is the combo disc. This is actually, well, like I said, the combo disc, it was, no, I didn't say this yet. I was at a comic book convention over the weekend. They were selling games. They were selling this for $30. I had to laugh.
Why were they? Oh man, I wonder if anybody bought it. Probably not.
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
How many people were there?
It was huge. I'm sure someone bought it.
I think I saw it online. I think Marvel announced like 5 books or something on there, and so did DC. I didn't know they were announcing books in that place, but I guess they did.
Yeah, they had a couple a couple booths set up, big booths.
That's cool. A lot of the books I already knew were coming out, but it's like I guess, but yeah, that's cool. I mean, did they do like writers and all that talking about their books?
Yeah, it's a 3-day convention. It's called C2E2, and it's pop culture. There was the Wayward Pines, that Fox show. I guess they had a panel. It was pretty cool.
What'd you mainly go for?
Back issues.
Yeah. There's a lot of comic book shops, I'm assuming, in Chicago.
Huge amount. 1 second.
Alright, go for it. Want me to shoot a tweet?
You know, I told you my Xbox was having power issues.
Now it turned off?
Now it won't turn on.
Man, you have to play that on your 360.
Yeah, but I'd have to move it, and I can't do that. Let me just here, talk amongst yourselves for a few seconds. I'm gonna see if I can get it started.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Let me see. Are you actually putting your 360 on?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's not working.
All right, stream's over. Thank you guys for
No,
joining
it's
us.
not. No, I'm gonna do the crazy baseball game.
All right then.
So let me set that
Crazy
up.
beats.
1 sec.
Oh man, I got a phone call. Give me a second. All right, so somebody's asking, what do you think about the Konami ordeal? Barry's already gone, so I might as well just say, I don't know. I mean, I think they're changing strategy. I guess Konami with their letting go their only, I guess, profitable team.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, they're saying in the chat room about Konami. They're Konami. You know how they're doing the all the drama, canceling Silent Hills and
Oh, right. Yeah.
Kojima being let go, leaving the New York Stock Exchange. I think that New York Stock Exchange leaving is not that big a deal, but it's just not good when you have all this shit that's happening to you. It just feels to me like Japanese companies don't understand, like, we live in a modern age where like you have to tell people shit like this. Like, you can't just let people like hear about it in rumors. It just makes you look bad, I think.
Yeah.
Also, a thing is that like Japanese companies never admit they're wrong. They never want to admit they're wrong. They just keep on doing whatever they want.
Oh no! Remember when they blamed Tom Kalinske for everything?
Did they?
I mean, dude wasn't perfect, but remember... Well, I heard that Sega Gaga has a character who is supposed to be Tom Kalinske, and he's like the American idiot who killed the Saturn.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did a big service for the Saturn, but I don't think the Saturn was going to be popular regardless.
Exactly.
In America.
Yeah.
I think Bernie, whatever, did... I mean, not releasing games is bad. I mean, even if they're 2D games. But then again, you gotta understand, Americans were really, really into 3D games at the time.
That's true.
It's nothing you could go about that. I think Konami's just a very interesting company. I think they kind of ruined their whole franchises, and it kind of sucks because they own Bomberman. I always wanted a new Bomberman, but it's not gonna happen. Do you think they're just gonna milk the Metal Gear franchise?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. It's their Sonic the Hedgehog, right?
Pretty much. They don't have a Total War though.
Huh?
They don't have Total War.
No, they don't. They have resorts and gambling machines.
So on the subject of my Xbox, the problem is that a lot of the original ones, there's an issue where the power, the soldering or something like that around the power and the eject button like melts over time, and so if you press eject, it will accidentally also trigger the power. So
is it working?
Well, the Dreamcast is working.
Oh, we're gonna play the baseball game?
Yeah.
All right, I think that works. Wow, how cool! I hope that Konami knows what they're doing, because they have some pretty good franchises. I usually like to hate on all the arcade competition Sega used to have, but Konami obviously has some decent franchises. Do you have Saturn Bomberman?
I don't.
Isn't it super expensive already?
Yeah, it is.
You could play like 16 players on it.
So the cool thing about this baseball game, it actually utilizes the to secretly call out pitches.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's your team?
I don't know. I haven't picked one yet. I think this is still introductory.
You don't have a favorite Japanese baseball team? Everybody has one.
The Buffaloes.
I don't know. I never watched Japanese baseball. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
So this series actually had a very long life on Sega consoles and third-party consoles. It started on the Saturn, and then they started releasing it on the Dreamcast. And then when Smilebit was formed, Smilebit had their name put on a few of them before they dissolved.
Are you sad to let them go, or do you think they were needed? I mean, for a while they were just doing sports games. They weren't doing projects like Jet Set Radio or anything.
No, yeah.
I mean, aren't they aren't most of the people in the Sega Sports Japan development team?
Wait, I'm gonna hit the ball.
Do it.
Maybe I'm not playing the pattern.
What year did this game come out?
2000, I think.
No American release date. We did have our own baseball game, the NMLB 2K series.
Much different.
Very much different. A lot of people say that series is kind of shitty. I'm not really that into baseball, so I wouldn't know, but a lot of people say compared to the EA, or no, well, I guess it's now, not back then, but the 2K series now kind of sucks, the baseball ones at least. And I know that the 2K baseball game didn't do that well, the 2K2 or whatever. Reviews were bad for it, I remember. Did that one have online features?
I believe some of the later ones of this did, but this one wasn't. And I don't think you could play online. It's tough.
You think you're gonna win this one?
They just want to get me out. See, this is like the most un-Jet Set Radio, un-Gunvalkyrie, un-Panzer Dragoon War ticket
The most. So do you think they had like 3 engines? They're like, this is for Gunvalkyrie, this is for Jet Set Radio.
Maybe.
I want to say that those games probably didn't make that much money, but then again, why would Sega continue them for so long if they didn't do anything for them?
Right, I'm gonna exit out of the training mode and see if I can't get a game started real quick. I'm bummed. I think my Xbox is no more.
You think it's dead?
I think it might be, or at least I need to have some serious work done to it.
This is your excuse to convince your wife that you need to buy the super expensive Panzer Dragoon limited edition Xbox.
Exactly.
I don't think you would want to be playing with that one, but... Did you know that Sega gave it away on the Twitter contest years ago? I was so fucking angry.
That's stupid.
They had one and they gave it away, and I was like, I want it. So I'm like working super hard to get it, and they gave it to some guy named like Luigi Mario Wario guy. And I'm like,
sorry, but you know, it annoys me to no end when they dig up stuff like that, and then they're like, Twitter contest. No, don't give that shit away. Come on.
they probably have like 30 of them to stack up on each other. I don't think they give away stuff that they only have one version of, I don't think. Because, I mean, you've been there, you know they have some rare stuff.
I hope they still have it.
When they move to LA, they're just going to sell it for $1 each to everybody that works there.
Hey, I don't know. Employees might have taken a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming they did, but I don't know I don't know what they're allowed to take. Because, I mean, they do have a little, like, don't they have a room with all that stuff?
They do, yeah.
Did you see the room?
Mm-mm.
They didn't let you get near it.
I bet there was a bunch of Sonic Boom stuff all over the office, so I wasn't allowed to explore.
Oh, they didn't let you. Okay, that makes sense. But they did bring out some pretty cool stuff. I saw your pictures. The Seaman, what, a controller or memory card, was it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Memory card and console. The Christmas one.
Yeah, but wasn't that Japanese only?
It was, and also it was number 0.
Like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, Sega Japan's like, let's send them to number 0. You know that's been sitting there for like decades. You know that. I mean, well, a decade at least. 2 decades. No. A decade and some years. It's always interesting how much varying stuff or things the Seaman had for Dreamcast.
Wasn't it the highest selling game?
For Japan?
Yeah.
I don't know about the world, but I know in Japan they did really well. And the developer still wants to make a new one, I think. You would think that like they should just port the original with a lot more stuff onto mobile.
Well, that would be fun.
I think it would be cool too. A couple dollars. Or even a 99-cent app. But I really don't understand how a lot of developers make money selling stuff like that for $1.
This game's hilarious. I'm doing off-road.
You see the appeal.
Yeah. I like the ad for strong coffee.
Is that real coffee?
Strong coffee.
But is it real coffee? I mean, like, is it like an actual brand? That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
Why do you not play 100 Swords?
I don't know.
But, okay. I'm not gonna give you any crap about it.
What's
I don't think I don't know it either. I was gonna download it on PC to play it because there is a PC version of that game.
Is it easy to find?
Probably. I noticed that if you just Google old Sega games, there's like this site that you can just download them. Like, I was like, I really want to play Outrun 2, but it's not on PC Steam. They like delisted it. So I just put Outrun 2, and then like some like site came up, and it's like, oh, it's 900 MB, and I downloaded it. It worked and everything. I was like, all right, that works. Kind of feel bad doing it, but then again, Sega doesn't want my money. I mean, not much I can do about it. I already own it on the. I own an Xbox version of it, but like I don't have an Xbox. So.
They keep getting home runs. They're kicking my butt.
Some of the character designs in 100 Swords remind me of Gunvalkyrie. Not graphic, like the girls with the little like the haircut, blonde hair.
You know why I'm playing really badly?
Because you're not good at baseball, or because you're so good at baseball that you're just trying to show you don't want to like you want to give the computer a chance.
Because I'm really bad at baseball, and because my Xbox is dead.
You're still grieving over it?
I'm still grieving.
Hey, it could have been worse. I mean, it could have been your Saturn or something. I mean, well, actually, no. Saturns are probably you could probably buy a Saturn for like $50, but. I think I saw Xboxes last night on eBay for like 30 to 40.
That's not bad.
But yeah, it's not that bad. You can get it for like 60 with like 15 games you don't want, like 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 NFL games. I noticed that every time you see a bundle online, it's always like Madden. And you're like, what the fuck? Why do I want to play Madden 2003?
Anyway, I just wanted to show how weird this game is.
And we can't play Jet Set Radio because
My Xbox died.
we're gonna do a live burial video today later.
Or we can play Jet Set Radio.
The first one,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That game's pretty outdated.
It's true. It's true.
If you want to play, go put it on. We can just pretend it's the future.
Well, it is.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Pro Team de Baseball. Man, it's dead. DED dead. Wait. It's working.
All right, there you go then.
All right. I don't want to jinx this, so I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to go around the back and switch the plugs out. But I'm not touching the console at all.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
No.
What happened? It doesn't work anymore?
Alright, give me a sec.
Giving you plenty of seconds. See, that's me being aggressive. You like that? It's pretty. I'll stop. I'm sorry. You know what the art style of that baseball game kind of reminds me of? I don't know if I'm gonna get shit for this, but the Wii.
Alright.
Oh, you're not even on, Barry. You missed it, Barry. I made the best joke ever. Everybody.
Alright.
I was just saying, Barry. Doesn't the art style of that baseball game remind you of the Wii, kind of? No, the Mii's.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I was away that whole time.
No, I know. That's why I just started talking when I heard you get close.
Oh.
I actually said
it
a couple
does.
things.
They look like
or not.
Mii's.
Huh?
They look like Mii's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sega should sue.
Now, to be fair, we never said we were good at commentary. So.
That's true. We never did say we were good at commentary.
And my Xbox died, briefly. And I was sad. If your Xbox died, I'd understand.
I wouldn't be mocking you. I'd be like,
I wouldn't be cyberbullying you.
You stop cyberbullying me, guys. Jesus Christ.
You guys need to understand the concept of love.
Concept of love. You setting up the Xbox?
Yeah. Check this out. I have 35 hours of playtime on Jet Set Radio Future.
Are you showing off? Is that showing you showing off to me right now?
I wish it was more. Then again, that's the second time because my Xbox, I rented it and I played it for 3 days and then I had to return the Xbox and then I bought one and then I played the game for another 35 hours.
So you know the game.
Yeah.
What do you think about the redesigned characters in that game? Like, some of them are redesigned to be like more futuristic.
I think they're pretty great. A lot of the characters who I used to dislike got a lot better with their redesigns. Like Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo became my favorite character.
What's wrong with Yo-Yo in the first game?
He just looks kind of weird. He has a little green hoodie.
He looks mysterious.
Yeah.
He always pissed me off. I think it was like unlocking him was kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, he was one of the worst unlocks.
Yeah, that's why I probably just hated him, because he had that smug smile the whole time while he beat me into submission.
Now, the weird thing with Jet Grind Radio, you can the story just keeps looping. You can play the story mode, it loops back again. With Jet Set Radio Future, I think once you complete the game, the story
Is that a negative or a positive?
I'd say it's a negative because with replay value, once you've tagged everything, like look at the map for this area. I don't have any more graffiti to do.
So you're finished with the game, you have nothing to do.
Outside of completing the trips. For the, see, after someone said we're not good at commentary, it makes me want to be really good at commentary. So it makes me
But we're not good at commentary, it's just accepted.
Yeah, so
He didn't say we're bad, he said quality commentary, but like sarcastic, like, you know. You go on a date and the girl's like, oh, that's really nice of you when you burp, and you're like, the fuck?
Why did you burp?
That's why. Because I needed a burp, man. I'm sorry, I'm human. I'm sorry.
So is this our quality commentary or starting off there?
It's a lot better than what we were doing before, so I think it's pretty good. He said quality commentary, so I'm assuming that's a good thing. Or it might be like they're just he's rolling his eyes at us, like, whatever.
Well, we didn't get an eye roll emoji, so.
We're good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Except that that's a compliment.
Yeah. Maybe we could tell Twitter and then they'll campaign behind us.
Maybe stop the cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's your take on cyberbullying?
My take on cyberbullying is if people don't like to get cyberbullied. No, I don't know. I don't have a take on it, I guess. I think it's funny because it's just like, I don't think bullying is good regardless. So, but I think it's a lot easier to like escape cyberbullying online. You just don't put yourself out there as much. And I know a lot of people are gonna say like, oh, you're telling people to hide online. I'm just saying, like, the internet isn't the world, you know?
Yeah.
I think people forget that like, it's not like we're forcing you to live in your house forever or something. It's like, just stop going on the internet so much. It's not a big deal.
Have you ever been cyberbullied?
Check out that style, baby.
Me?
Yeah.
No. But when I was in high school, I was kind of aggressive towards people on like social media sites. I was that asshole that would like if somebody said something bad about Star Wars, I would stalk them. I'm just joking. No, I never been cyberbullied. How about you, Barry?
Oh, for sure.
Every day?
For a while.
Is that Star Wars guy, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the Star Wars. Maybe that was you.
That was me.
So here's one thing that the Xbox has over the Xbox 360. You can't really tell with the screen. But when you play this game on the 360, it looks awful during this area. The slowdown is just almost unplayable.
Somebody posted the credit sequence for the Streets of Rage 2, and yeah, those M2 ports always have the like really nice credits things. Oh yeah, this is pretty crazy. I'm gonna stop it. I want to watch it when I get it.
So, have you played Jet Set Radio Future?
Yes, I have. It was one of the first games I played on the second game probably. I played on the Xbox. I bought an Xbox when I bought it because of the Sega games. That was it. Everything else was like whatever. Halo? I don't know what that is. I played Halo 2 at my friend's house. I never played it. I mean, I never bought it myself. I was more into the early strange titles that the Xbox had. I thought it was pretty interesting. Even though they weren't all that great, they were just kind of, some of them were just average. It was still interesting because it just, I don't know. It reminded me a lot of Dreamcast stuff, like obscure. Like Power Stone wasn't popular back then, because it was a Dreamcast exclusive. Now it's pretty popular because everybody watches YouTube and all the retro people like it. So yeah, that's kind of what the early Xbox reminded me of.
Did you like Jet Set Radio Future?
Yeah, I did. It was interesting. It was like it was a lot. It was a lot different than the first game. I don't know if I would say it was a sequel, but I liked it for what it was.
Well, it was like a reimagining of Astro Remake.
So I guess I should take this back. I'm looking at some of the early games. Did you know that Kung Fu Chaos game that came out actually got a sequel on Kinect? But yeah, I did like Jet Set Radio Future. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I kind of like the fact that you didn't have to do the whole like QTE when you're spraying the wall.
Yeah, that slowed things down a lot.
A lot of people like it because they say it adds tension when the cops are coming for you, but I just found it frustrating sometimes. But it
Jet Set Radio Future removed the cops coming after you.
So it didn't need it.
Yeah, and at the same, I do wish they kept the cops coming after you.
I agree with some. I mean,
A major part of the game.
it was a big part of the game. I wonder why they did all that like changing. I'm assuming that people didn't like. I think they probably wanted to make it more laid back, I guess, not as frustrating. Because I mean, I remember sometimes I was playing that game, the first game, and it was so frustrating getting attacked in the middle of a tag. But I guess that's part of the game, right?
Yeah. I mean, I thought the original Jet Set where you'd have this, you'd have to do the tags, you'd have the cops chasing you, you'd have the time limit. It was really fun and arcadey. But then the sequel, they did away with all that, and it's still a really fun game, but it is kind of like they stripped what really made the game kind of exciting and unique. Like the cop presence in this game is almost non-existent.
Oh yeah, it's like, go ahead, tag all this shit. I don't care.
And
The future doesn't really care about that.
Yeah, and then you get into this area where the cops are, and it's like you need to run into them and paint their backs, and then they disappear. And what I really hated though was that sometimes there would be scenes where helicopters would be flying around, and you'd be skating around the stage, and you couldn't do the spray painting while the enemies were there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you think about the bigger levels? I mean, that game was way bigger than the first game, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like the bigger levels. Actually, I want to go to the roller coaster area.
What do you think? I mean, they also like the one, I guess, change I didn't like was Professor K. I don't know why. It looked weird. Yeah, I guess he's supposed to be old,
Yeah.
like 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
But then like Gum and like them are the same age.
They're different characters, basically.
Oh, they are? Okay, they just look exactly the same. That's what it
It's
is.
like a reboot. That's the best way to describe it.
So you think if they make a new one, they should call it Jet Set Retro? And then they
wanted
should be
them-
like...
Yeah, I think Jet Set Radio Retro would be really cool. It's like 1960.
And then like they listen to the radio like the olden days and stuff. That'd be cool actually. But then I don't think what's the name music would be appropriate. Oh fuck it, who cares? Just put him in there anyway. His soundtrack's so good anyway. Doesn't fucking matter, dude.
Did you know that Naganuma has never played a Genesis or a Mega Drive?
Who?
Hideki Naganuma?
He's never played a Mega Drive?
Nope.
I'm surprised. He probably doesn't play very many games.
True, I asked him, I said, what's your favorite Mega Drive soundtrack? And he said, I've never played one. I've never played a game.
I don't think. I've noticed a lot of the early Sega people. Well, I'm not even. He's not even really Sega. I think he was always like third party. They brought him in, but I've noticed a lot of those people. They don't really play games. Like they might have made our favorite games, but those people are not into gaming. Like Yuzuzuki says he doesn't play video games.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's kind of strange that these people that make some of the games that we consider some of the best in the industry are like, no, I like real life stuff, like paintings. So it's like, oh.
Wasn't Yu Suzuki inspired by like movies?
Yeah, like he was inspired by other media and like, oh, like, and I guess that's what made his game so like good. I guess like Outrun is just you driving technically and checking out the scenery. Jet Set Radio is I'm surprised Future ever happened. I'm gonna be honest. I wonder how much that had to do with Microsoft bankroll.
I mean, people get down on Sega for not making a third Jet Set Radio, but I'm surprised they made a second.
Me too, especially on the Xbox. But honestly, I don't think Jet Set Radio Future would have been possible on any other console at the time. Maybe a gimped version on the GameCube, but not the PS2. And not to belittle the PS2 because it has a lot of good games, but I always hated how the PS2 had these like weird like filter where it's like not a filter, but it's like the graphics look grainy compared to all the other consoles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I always that's why I always was impressed every time I played an Xbox game because it was so clear compared.
It's hard to navigate.
I was gonna say, does that game have a? Is it only in standard definition?
Well, you can't play it in 16:9, but when you're on the 360, it is in HD.
Okay. Because I know some Xbox games were HD, you know. Looking at all the covers, I would say the best cover is maybe the American one or the Japanese one. I really like the red on the back. And the American one had a shiny cover.
Yeah, I think the Japanese one was for it
Oh, was it? I don't know. I'm just looking at the scans. I've never seen it in real life, so I can't tell.
too. I was looking.
But the other one is just like weird art style with big feet, so no, I'll have to go with the American one.
It's funny. The American one is a lot more like the Japanese original. You know, with beats across the cover.
Yeah. I wonder if they made it shiny because they think it would sell better. Like, oh man, it's a foil card.
Probably.
One of the things I always liked about Jet Set Radio, like even though they changed the art style, it was always kind of constant. Like there was always the Professor K character. I mean, you know what I mean? Beat, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they always had that little radio head, the little logo mascot.
They never had a name for that either.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I remember when I was way younger, I was like, what is that thing called? The loading screen little icon. So I'm like Googling stuff, like random words, and I figured it never had a name.
It's just like the logo for Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, like they changed it. Like in future, it's like gray, and then on the other one, it's like and this one looks more like a weird like. The one in Jet Set Radio Future reminds me more of like something you'll see in Space Channel 5.
Hey, you!
With the little antennas and stuff, and then the other one was more of a happy face. The one on
You know, I think the name of it is probably the Graffiti Soul.
Oh, is that okay? That's probably it.
Well, at least when you collect them, they call them Graffiti Souls.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I can't even see because such a weird. Yeah, no, that's what they call it. Have you ever collected all of them?
No.
I remember somebody was telling me that if you collected them all, you would get an extra level or something. I was just like, I'm not gonna do that.
Jet Set Radio was one of those games that a lot of people had rumors for. Like, people named Professor K was playable.
Or was the villain ever playable? I heard that one.
In both games, Goji Rokaku is playable.
Okay, that's what I see. Yeah.
But
I don't think I remember.
Professor K is only playable in the Game Boy Advance version.
Oh, I forgot that was the Game Boy Advance version. I need to get that so I could play as him.
But he's so small you can hardly tell it.
Aw. That's too bad. Professor K needs its own side game.
I know. It's been
The next game should just be called Professor K. It's a third-person shooter.
So let's make some graffiti.
Do you have anything saved?
I have some things saved.
It's be a bunch of porn, isn't it?
No, not on here.
Yeah, not this one.
On the Dreamcast one, yeah.
How much did the tags take on your memory, on your VMU?
You could maybe fit one or two.
That was the worst part about the fucking Dreamcast. You always needed like 15 VMUs. I remember I had one for just the NFL game because it took up the whole damn thing, and then I had one for like the basketball game. It was ridiculous. If any system needed a hard drive.
Yeah. I'm making a really bad sound. This looks awful.
Somebody said, well, isn't it crazy that Jet Set Radio put the music first? Yeah, I guess it would be like the settings and like characters kind of really do fit with the music. I wonder how that worked out. I wonder if they showed him the game and he's like, all right, I'll make this soundtrack. Or if like he made the music and Sega's, all right, we'll make a game around this. I guess we could just ask him on Twitter, but that would ruin all the fun. One good thing I always liked about the Sega during this era, I guess we could say, during the early 2000s, I would say about 2006, they would bring any fucking game over here. Like any game. It's like, oh, fucking this weird Japanese manga tie-in that never got released in America. Oh yeah, we'll release it. Like Blood Will Tell and all these weird, like obscure games that nobody even played. And probably sold like 3 copies. Maybe that's the reason they're so shy about bringing games now.
Maybe we've met our quota.
It's like, you guys never, he's alright, we gave you guys a decade, you guys didn't buy shit, so. Just start pulling it. It's pretty bad business decision though, some of those games, like. They didn't sell well in Japan, you're like, fucking bring it over, they'll do well in America, I know it. Is the logo on this Beats shirt the same logo as the one in the first game?
I think the katakana is the same, but the logo is different.
Okay. So what do you think about the future in Japan? That looks pretty interesting.
I guess that's how they what it's like, right?
This one also had multiplayer, right?
did, but it was a strange kind of multiplayer. It was actually like an arena mode where you'd throw a ball around.
I wonder who thought about doing the multiplayer, 4-player multiplayer. They did racing, didn't they? Laps.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that was the first time I ever played the game. Was I was playing racing laps with somebody, and it was just like us grinding on stuff over and over again.
See, the thing is, it's fun to make the art and all, but like I said, all the graffiti it doesn't reset, so it's all there. So when you're skating around the levels, you'll see your new graffiti, but you can't paint it anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of
Somebody in the chat room said that they appreciate Sega, but they haven't kept the same ideas. That I would agree with that. Like, but I have a feeling it's a strange time for every single Japanese company right now. It's like, I think the Xbox 360 generation was everybody was very into American games, and then Japanese people were into handheld games. So I could see there's like a weird divide right now in Japanese and American. Americans aren't buying Japanese games, and Japanese aren't buying console games. They're buying mobile games and handhelds. Very weird. That means no more Jet Set radios.
Do you think the original
Probably not. I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, you know, they seem to have a passion for that game. That game is probably like that game is probably one of those games that like I think is still popular with a lot of people. Like I met people, if I'm wearing like something Jet Set Radio related, they'd be like, oh, I used to play that game on the Xbox. I'm assuming that Pac-Man really got the word out there. It's too bad they never capitalized on it and brought another game in the market.
Well, there was that concept art that leaked out. Third-party developers who pitched an idea for a Jet Set Radio game on the
Yeah, and it was Sega. I mean, you know what? A lot of people were mad that Sega said no, but I'm actually kind of glad it said no. Like, I'm glad that Sega at least is saying no to stuff and not just going, fine, let's do it, you know, for the money. I'm glad that they're at least telling people, you know what, this is not a good idea for their classic IPs.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I feel like Jet Set Radio, a lot of what makes it great are the original team members, the people who... I feel like those works that I saw, they were just emulating the style of Jet Set Radio. You know what I mean?
And trying to make... Yeah, and they had this like weird thing where they added stuff that doesn't need to be added, like scarves and stuff, and I know it's just, I feel like that's like the new thing every character has, like they think kids love it. I don't know if they do, or they might like it, but it's like Sonic Boom did it. They added a bunch of stuff you don't think they need. And then the new Ninja Turtles movie did the same thing where they added like glasses and stuff to make them look nerdier or like scientific. It's like the character, like they don't even bother like setting up the character development with writing. They just do it with the way the character looks.
I'm just not really a big fan of third-party companies taking on Sega.
Sometimes it works. Like I didn't mind. What was that game called? House of the Dead. Was it Overkill? I didn't mind that one. But is it like the old ones? No, it's not like the old ones at all. So I can see why people would dislike it.
Yeah, like, well, if you look at that write-up I did, there were just so many interviews that I found were really basing a lot of it off of Japanese culture, things they grew up with, and you look at the jump from Jet Set Radio to Jet Set Radio Future, and it seems like they weren't. It was very different from that Wii art that we saw, where it was like fan-made works based off of Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of.
I'm wondering how much more stuff has been canceled because I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how companies have been like years ago were telling me that people have been pitching Sega ideas for a new Streets of Rage, but I never really saw a concept art ever leak on that. I wonder how much pitches Sega games get, like old games, because we have seen the Golden Axe Legacy thing, which is on our YouTube channel. Yeah, we see stuff like that all the time, and I wonder if they get how many pitches they get, and if they actually, how many things they reject. Like, I kind of like the idea that Sega's kind of like that girl in the bar that you approach, and she's like, "No, stay away. Get this Jet Set Radio art away from me. I don't want to. No." But you have to find the right developer. Whatever happened to Headstrong Games? They never capitalized on Overkill. Like, they just forgot about it. It's like they made the Wii version, Sega ported it everywhere, and then they made the money out of it, and that's it. It was like they had a cell phone game, they had that Typing of the Dead PC game, and they did the PS3 version. They really went all crazy on that one.
I'd like to see a radical. Like we were talking about with Jet Set Radio Electro. I really don't want to see one that's just kind of like looks like Santa.
Yeah, because you're just gonna be doing the same thing with just a Western developer. I don't know how I would react to that. I think having an olden time, more steampunk look, like gears and stuff, or like, you know, I don't know. I think it would like still bright and like nice looking colors, but you could tell this this is more olden times, I guess. Would be cool.
To have like 1950s Japan or feudal Japan. That would be pretty wild.
Hell yeah!
Or I was gonna say Raptor World War II probably not the best, but a little bit after when they were already rebuilt, yeah.
Hell yeah!
You like this guy?
Oh yes.
The Doom Rider?
The Doom Rider.
Yeah, he was one of the new gangs they made for the game.
Yeah. Which one's your favorite game?
My favorite gang are the Nice Things,
The Nice Things are pretty cool.
but my favorite new gang are probably the Immortals, the Honeys.
I like the Love Shockers. I don't know why. I was a little like, what? Why? Why is this okay? And I kind of liked them. I think they were pretty interesting. But I didn't even know they sold shirts of this stuff. I guess somebody makes shirts. I don't know if they're officially licensed, but I was looking at retweets of people sending them on the feed. They make the like Love Shocker and like Noise Tank shirts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not official. I wonder if they get away with it, but I'm pretty sure it's not official. I wanted to have copyrights. Oh, this is what it looks like, so I don't think it is copyrighted. Sure it is.
I have to say, if you're making reproductions for shirts, I don't see it.
It's not even a reproduction either. It's like I'll put it on your Skype. Whenever I figure out how to do it. Yes, I do actually. I always love Sega games. Always have the best billboards, like Hang On and stuff like that. I always like Crash because I'm trying to look at the billboards to see whether they put anything new or anything. Like
Right now on the screen, I'm looking at these like CD demo stations.
which one's your favorite billboard in the Sega game?
Oh, we should do that. That's like a round table.
Yes, we should. I like the gay dolphin from Hang On. That thing is ridiculous.
I think the original
a lot of the people in the staff are not going to want to do it. They're going to be like, not my cup of tea. Billboards are not my cup of tea.
They say Sonic games don't have billboards, and we say, yeah, they do, and then they shut up.
Oh yeah, they do have billboards. I forgot. They had like the movie 2. They had a lot, right?
Chow from space, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I remember that. It's crazy how much Sonic changes throughout the years, right? I don't know if it's for the best, but you know, there's gonna be a generation of gamers that are gonna be like in 10 years. I remember when Sonic was good when Sonic Boom came out. Nah. No, you never know though. I've seen people that actually back up Sonic 06. And they're like, oh, that's the first Sonic game I ever played. Like, you know, like the younger people. And it's like, I feel bad for you. I feel bad. Yeah, they're like, oh, you play the shitty 2D games?
I love how kind of not sloppy, but like Jet Set Radio, all the buildings you can kind of like walk, like right now on the street, trying to get into this beautiful part.
So, what do you think about that? We never even interviewed the guy. I'd be an interesting interview, but I doubt he's going to talk very much. But the whole Sega legacy, where they wanted to do remakes of games, and they were all supposed to be in the same universe. Exactly. Like, I think it would be cool. Like Golden Axe and Streets of Rage were like technically the same universe, and you see like little like Easter eggs in the levels of Golden Axe and Jet Set Radio or something. But never gonna happen. Like Streets of Rage, I think they were saying, I forgot. Like there was a few.
They were mostly like Shinobi, all our
Yeah, it seems like even though when we interviewed what's his name, Stealth, even when I asked him what games did Sega want to do, you know, outside of Sonic for the retro engine, and he said like they were really interested in like what was it, Streets of Rage 2 and like Altered Beast and those arcade games. Like, I mean that era.
Yeah.
And now they have the Wave 2, and it seems like the Genesis era is kind of like what Sega really feels comfortable with, worldwide at least.
This guy's funny.
Hell yeah!
You know what's an interesting game that also reminds me a lot of Jet Set Radio? That skateboarding Sega game, or was it skateboarding?
Ollie King.
Yeah, Ollie. And then there was that the other one where you ride a motorcycle. Cell shaded 2.
Yeah.
Wild Riders.
Wild Riders. And the thing is, people were asking me why didn't we feature Ollie King on this one. The thing was,
We don't have an arcade.
I mean, it was made by some Sonic team or Smilebit members, but it never officially carried the Smilebit name.
Very bad. But I remember playing Ollie King in they always have them in arcades. You know, I mean, in the cinemas, I guess.
Yeah.
Did yours have one?
The GameStop here in Chicago had one, or GameStop, GameWorks. But
GameWorks.
I've been there for about 10 years, so it might be gone.
I really have bad memories of like Crazy Taxi, because like I remember going to the cinema. I mean, when I used to go to the theaters a lot, you know, when you're younger. I don't really go anymore. But I remember they would freaking leave the door open, the stupid people at the thing, and all you could hear is Crazy Taxi soundtrack over and over again. Like the Bad Religion and stuff. So you're watching a movie and it stops and you hear it in the back. Yeah, and it's like, man, fuck this. So you're watching a horror movie and then it's like that music in the back.
What's this guy saying?
He's saying that remember when people discovered you could play a prototype Sonic skateboarding game? It was on Xbox, remember, or 360 or something.
Oh yeah. It was like called Sonic Riders, I think, or something.
Sonic Riders is a different game.
I thought it was called that.
No, I don't know what it's called. I'm just fucking with you. But I remember looking at it and I remember people were like, "Why didn't they finish this?" And I'm like, "Cause it looks pretty freaking basic and like it would probably be bashed to hell, like a Tony Hawk version of of Sonic." I think Sonic Riders, the racing game, made more sense. It just wasn't. It's just an incredibly cheap game, though. Like, you had to be like super perfect at the game to like win everything. Too much for me. And I wasn't into the new cool look of Sonic either.
Yeah, that was early on, wasn't it?
Which one?
The skateboarding game.
Yeah, it was pretty early on. It was probably a prototype before they changed to the Riders, I think, maybe. Who knows? Makes you think how much of that stuff is still sitting there at Sega. A bunch of prototypes of games they never released.
And how much of it's going to go missing at this point.
Ugh. I'm
not saying people are stealing it. I'm just saying during a big move like that, things can, get lost.
Yeah, that kind of makes me get lost, and I'm like quoting because you gotta understand. Like, I'm assuming that there's gonna be people taking stuff. Let's be honest. Once you're fired, who cares? It's like, yeah. I would really want to play a demo of what they had done of FPS, Fifth Phantom Saga, the Sonic Team game. Because I remember looking at a reveal trailer and I was like, this game is going to be awesome. Probably not awesome. Probably that's why it was cancelled. I like it when Sonic Team does new franchises. I think it's interesting. Even if they're not the greatest. Sad.
Well, anyway, I'm just going around in circles. But, yeah, hey, we got to play some Jet Set Radio Future, so that's cool.
Yes, Jet Set Radio Future.
And, yeah, you think we should call it a stream?
I think we should call it a day, yes.
Yes. Yeah, so thanks to everyone who stopped by to watch. I know we're no game grumps. We're not funny. We take a while to form our sentences, but we right?
You fucked it all up.
Well, I said we're not great. No, but I'm just getting over the shock of my Xbox dying and coming back to life.
It's alright, dude. You'll be fine.
I think I deserve a little. It kind of threw me off because I was like, I'm gonna do Gunvalkyrie, I'm gonna do Jet Set Radio Future, and then I'll do the baseball thing, and we can end on a weird note. But instead, I'm going through a lot.
You fucked it all up, dude.
I know. I'm sorry.
Alright. Tell everybody bye.
Alright. Thanks for watching. And next month is United Game Artists Month, which means we're going to be focusing on Space Channel 5, Space Channel 5 Part 2, and Rez. Yeah, that's it. I mean, those are the only games they really made.
Yeah, that's it.
But that's hey, we can make a month out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So yeah, we'll be back with the SEGAbits plays. We can play some Space Channel 5. We can play some Rez. I have Rez on 2 consoles, so we could either do Dreamcast or PS2. Be fun. Be good.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month. But also, I was gonna say, I should have ended it now, but we do have the unreleased and prototype video game stream that should be tomorrow evening, or I'm sorry, Friday evening. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.